Alright, we're good. Okay, so I want to tell you a story. I want your reaction to this story. For me, when I heard this story, I asked my mother the story. Just a quick background. My parents are like very ultra-Mashiachist.
My father's a Mashiachist.
Like whenever I traveled anywhere, my mother would always give me a white shirt in case Mashiach comes to open it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Brand new one. As a kid, I always had my Shabbos suit at the bottom of my bed ready. Like hardcore.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. There was a Yiddi that he had this jacket, this suit with him from Mashiach. Bar Chabad.
So here's a story. I want your reaction to it. And for me, this was when I finally had the courage to ask my parents this story. The answer shocked me, and it really completely changed my belief from that moment on. Very much so.
It changed the belief or
Changed
the belief?
No, my belief became what I believed in. I completely disbelieved it in that moment, like completely everything.
Something fundamental or some
Sure,
detail?
for sure.
Like what?
The whole aspect of Mashiach.
But then Mashiach could be a general that comes and saves the people.
Yeah, the whole aspect.
Ariel Sharon could be a Mashiach if he wants. According to the Torah,
Right.
He's a technical Mashiach.
So
he kicks the Romans out of Israel.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's what Mashiach meant.
Yeah. So the question I asked that this story came out is, what happened in London, 1994 Gimel Towers? What happened? Tell me. My parents were there. What happened? So my mother says that the main Lubavitcher shul in London has big stairs going up. And basically everyone gathered outside. The whole community came,
This show is weird. What's the name?
This is based Lubavitch. This is the Rabbi Sudak, Oliver Shalom, Nathan Sudak, his shul. The main, the Rabbi commissioned it. He was involved in the blueprints, the designs, everything. They asked him if they should make a swimming pool or a mikveh. They said make a swimming pool. This is more of a mitzvah to teach the kids to swim.
Because I used to go to a mikveh, but it was a Vizhnitz, I think, or something.
Oh, you were in London?
Many times, yeah.
Really?
I used to go out of the airport on the way from like Thailand to Italy somewhere. They'd give me like Heathrow Express, go into London, hop a mikveh. When I was telling you about the story about mikvahs, and the mikveh was very important to me.
Yeah.
I had a brother who was a Breslover. He told me, no matter where you travel in the world, I promise you can always find a mikveh and don't give up on mikveh.
Yeah.
Even if you don't daven Shabbos. Yeah, he's kind of weaning off, but he was a serious one at the time. He used to tell everyone the
So this is what happened.
So that mikveh must have been a Hasidic mikveh in Stamford Hill.
Yeah.
Chabad go there. I'm just trying to.
Chabad doesn't have a mikveh.
They go to the other Hasidic one, yeah.
So everyone gathered, and they stayed there. Let's say at 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock, 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon. When it starts getting dark already, the first person left, went home in the car, and the whole community was like,
He left like a I'm done. I did my thing. I gotta go.
Yeah. No, because I said, my mom, why did you guys gather? I said, what do you mean partial? So Mashiach was about to come. So we're gathering in one place to go together.
Right.
So the first person who left back in the car, that was like, the non-believer, and the first person left. 8, 9 p.m. It's already getting dark. The kids are getting cold. Kids are getting hungry. Another family, hesitantly goes, and then one by one she said,
Getting such chills.
Yeah, one by one, and like the way she told me the story is just, if I would have been there, the dream would just die in front of your eyes. One by one, they just leave. You will come there, like because the Rebbe was such a huge part of their life. Yeah, that if he's gone. It's such a dramatic twist in life. Something massive has to happen now. That's the nature of the chassid. Something big is going to happen now. Mashiach has to come. They ever died. One by one, they just left. One by one. My mother was like one of the last people standing there. And when I heard that story, it broke my heart for my mother because I know she still believes. And I was like, that must have been
so everyone left.
Everyone left, and like my mother still believes that the Rebbe's alive in Guf Gashmi. So even after experiencing that.
Because the Rebbe said about the Friedkin. The Rebbe said that the Friedkin.
Right.
That's where the belief comes from.
Yeah. But for me, that story was such a powerful moment when I heard it. It was like, wow, the dream died in front of all of them. I don't know how they still believe after that. I looked on YouTube, you've probably seen it. ABC News went to 770 on Gimel Tammuz.
And in Israel too.
And they start interviewing people, yeah?
Yeah.
And the people, the answers they're giving,
Yes, he watched it. He was like,
the answers they're giving, they sound like idiots. Yeah, they sound like crackheads. He's
Well,
coming back. This guy just died. He's in the TV. You have 230 million people in America watching it. He's coming back, and he's gonna be here very soon. And the interviewer's like,
no, they love it. They're
yeah,
supposed to catch.
it gets airtime.
They're supposed to catch human
But
expression.
human
expression.
Even me listening to that, I feel so ashamed.
Nothing to be ashamed
I was
of.
like,
We didn't have a mass suicide. We didn't have kids drinking poison. We were an open group. If the Rebbe took all of us to Kfar Chabad and put gates around Kfar Chabad and said we can't have influence to anybody outside unless they're confirmed that they believe in Mashiach, no, then we would have very little contact in the modern world, so we wouldn't know how to cope. So we might kill ourselves.
Right.
We might be like maybe if you watch other groups. So
Yeah.
we were more of a, we day to day, we had Meftzayim roots. People asked us on Meftzayim, like, so do you still believe? Like,
Yeah.
are you going to...
That just, as a bocha, that just strengthens your belief, doesn't it?
The nature of belief, you ask me, belief, faith. The nature of faith is it's supposed to withstand any evidence. If I believe that you're not a murderer, and you kill somebody in front of my face, the nature of faith is that you're not a murderer, but you just saw him kill someone. Nope.
Right.
It's sometimes it can be very cruel, sometimes it can be very stubborn.
So how old were you, Gimel Tammuz? Well, the more important
13
impression
already.
So you definitely remember it.
Tefillin. The first thing I thought of is if Hashem fucks around with us, I'm not putting on tefillin.
Okay, tell me your Gimel Tammuz story from the moment you woke up in the morning.
My father wakes me up. I just went shopping myself. I'm very young. My mother always do shopping for me, but I chose the type of pants I got from Chazana. She had a store in her basement and a shirt. I wanted to dress myself the first time, and I had the pants and shirt, and I knew that the Rebbe was sick, and I felt very guilty to, take care of mundane things when the Rebbe is sick, and it's kind of our fault, So, but I really felt guilty the whole day for putting on the new pair of pants and new shirt when people are ripping their clothing. But my father woke us up at 5 a.m. and he came inside the house. He yelled from the window. He didn't even want to come in because, going into the house means he has to negotiate with my mother, and then he has to be a little realistic or not realistic. He didn't want to. He thought it's easier to stay outside, but then he didn't. He came inside, but he opened the corridor hole, and he said to me, "Come, the Rebbe is in Gan Eden." He said it's soft and slow. And my mother was like, "He's a Meshuggah. It's not part of our belief system that the Rebbe is in Gan Eden. He's not even going there to get a sandwich or have lunch with somebody on the way from Mashiach. The Rebbe makes a stop. Some cults have this kind of cryptic, apocalyptic terms of the guy's supposed to go to cloud 9, and Scientology Xenu is to escape the volcano, and then there's to be a war. It wasn't part of it that the Rebbe goes and makes a stop in Gan Eden. And according to the Sikhs we learned in camp, the Rebbe doesn't even go into Gan Eden until Mashiach comes. So like right now, we should be saying Tehillim for the Rebbe technically, because if he's not in Gan Eden, is he getting lunch? Is he getting what he needs? Does he have a car to go to the oil in the spiritual realm? But still, it has to be a similar setup. So my mother was like, "What?" And then my mother was like, "Oh, maybe the Rebbe went there because he had some business to do in Gan Eden. Like he had to fix something, maybe talk to God or something, as if God's in Gan Eden. God's not in Gan Eden. He has his own court system." Like Madison Avenue, and then there's a Supreme Court's in Brooklyn, you know what I mean? They don't understand how Gan Eden works. Machusa da'ada ke'em machusa de'rekia. It's a whole, if you want to understand what the shvili de'rekia, you have to look at this world. So I go with my father, and I still don't know what that means, Gan Eden. I'm not entertaining these horrible thoughts, like, I wouldn't want to think that my mother and father had sex.
Your father was crying.
Like I wouldn't want to think like erotic thoughts. Like my mother and father were naked in a room together. Chas v'shalom. My mother didn't cry because she didn't know what hit. I didn't see anything, but I saw my father cry for the first time and the last time in my life. Yeah, see him cry, like red eyes and all that. There were people crying on the window in the chutzner. That was like a little of an introduction, but still I didn't get the hint. I see a guy on the window. He's crying a chassid like a father, not like some kid crying. A kid's crying, So some woman crying, no big deal. But a man with a garter, this guy's got keys to a car. He's a machine. He can operate machinery. He's a responsible guy. Then I was like, that's odd. I go into the room, I see a white cloth, and someone's inside the white cloth, and 5 camels. The 5 camels gave me.
Which room did you go into?
The Rebbe, past the Rebbe's room. Everyone's passing.
Really?
Got in line. Just get in line and move.
Just to look at it?
Yeah. Just to get asked Mechillah. I think it was asking Mechillah.
Okay.
It's just a borrowed term. Like, you don't need to ask Mechillah. Ask from the outside. They should keep the Rebbe's room closed, if anything. Right. They should have had that closed, and they should have had the Levaya happen with let people believe what they want, because they're not prepared to face reality. So why stick it in their face? Yeah. The whole 5 candles thing to me was like, I was like, what?
Those 5 candles.
5 candles, and the Rebbe's head, and the Rebbe's feet is to the door. Fist zum Tier, it's an expression of a dead person. So that's how you take a person out. So that's why you're not supposed to sleep with your feet to the door, the superstition, because of a dead person. So the Rebbe is under a sheet, which I was guessing it's the Rebbe, because who else would lay down under a sheet? And what kind of skit, what theatrics is this? So, and then you have the 5 candles by the Rebbe's head, the proper shaiva, the long tall ones. So I started to take another ultimate hint. All the other hints, crying, gathering, there's a spaceship coming, maybe we're all taking off from here. Like you gather in London, or Kfar Chabad, people gather in the Lubavitcher shul. They could gather by the airport. It's also mystical. The airport is like, Hashem is going to send something on the airfield. But they gather in shul, because it's just, people don't know what you're supposed to do, but this is where, this feels the most right place to be. One time the Rebbe was talking, and then in speaker in 770, it was a sikha, a regular one of those weekday sikhs. And my friend was on his bike. His mother looks at him and says, the Rebbe is talking and you're riding the bike? No one knew what the right thing to do is, but there was this kind of code.
Wow. So after you walk past the